Well, it's the first day of March here, and we're going to get some snow tonight. We're supposed to get maybe 2 to 4 inches, or 3 to 5, or 1 to 28, or whatever forecast you listen to. And then 2 nights from now, we're supposed to get like 8 to 12 inches. So I figured that maybe I should actually hook up my deluxe dog eater snowblower on my commercial 10A, my 72 C10A. I haven't needed it all year. I've just had all these little lame storms that are like an inch and a half, and I got sidewalks to do here at this place, and I don't like shoveling a lot of snow, so we're gonna try to hook that bad boy up. So let's take a look. All right, so I cleared my 3 backpack blowers off the front of the mower deck. So what I'm gonna do here is, I like using this clamp. It's like a bar clamp. But this one, you can take the jaw off and flip it upside down, so it's like a little foot. And I'll just put that under the handlebars to take it off. And we got the deluxe dog eater over here ready to roll. I was really hoping I could get this little 526 running, but I never had time to tinker with it. But I thought it would be really cool to run the deluxe dog eater on the Holstein 526 over here, but that ain't gonna happen this year. So anyways, we'll take this deck off and see how much oil I can dump on my floor. It's kind of dark in here, so you're not going to see me do this, so come back in a minute. Okay, see if we can pull the deck off. I got the bolts out. Yeah, no problem. So we'll pull the deck. I'll pick it up and I'll just put it against the wall, and we'll see if we get that blower hooked up. Oh boy, thing gets heavy. Let's see. Those new wheels roll nice. When I used to have the old wheels on it, they would bind up and you couldn't roll it around the floor. That was close. That was close. All right, we got the deck here, and now it's leaning up against another 40-inch deck. That one's got a gearbox on it to go on the front of my 424 someday. That came with the 424. And let me show you some other stuff. This is a K321 14-horse Kohler. It's out of a Cub Cadet. I mainly bought it just for parts so I could salvage a flywheel or some other stuff. Over here I got an 8-horse Kohler down there in that bag that my friend Brian gave me a year or two ago. Up there we got another Kohler. I can't remember if that's a 16 or a 14, but that's out of a skid steer actually. And this one down here is a 7-horse Kohler. It's a K161, and that came from my buddy Matthew, and you know, that's a good one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my tire chains on this tractor before I hook up the blower. The blower's over there, so I'm going to spin this thing 180 degrees and then pull the blower out, and we'll see if we can mount it up. So I got my chains all laid out here, and we'll just try to push the tractor forward and see if we can mount them bad boys up. All right, let's see if we can drag the dog eater over and hook it up. Here we go. Now, my PTO gasket here is broken, so I'm going to get a new one. I have a whole pile of them over here. It's hard to put it on without breaking it. These ones I got here are thicker. Generally, I don't always use these things, but this thing tends to leak a little bit of oil if you don't have one on there. So I think the casting on the dog eater is a little bent or something, and it allows oil to escape. So let's see if we can get this in the right position here. Let's see. All right, I gotta lower the tractor nose a little bit, so I'll crank up on my clamp here. Let's see. See how that lands us. Yeah, that should be a little better. Now I got my bolts over here. I'll line this thing up and slip it on. Let's see. I'll lift that thing up a little bit more. I think when they made the deluxe dog eater, it was really made to go on a Model L. And a Model L has smaller tires, which puts it closer to the ground. So because we're on here, the whole tractor is tilted down towards the front a little bit of an angle. And when I park the dog eater, I usually put a little piece of 2x6 under it so I can jack it off the ground a little bit and have the tractor sit flat and not angled. So I just got to hook up my 4 bolts here and my angle rod, and we should be ready to blow some snow. So hopefully I need to use it. I probably could have shoveled my little sidewalk in the amount of time it took me to hook this up, but that's not the point. The point is I hate shoveling, and it sucks, and it kills your back and everything, and this thing will tear through anything. So after I tighten the bolts up, we'll come back. We got it all hooked up and we're ready to roll. I'm going to pop the hood and check the fluids in this thing. And I started it about a month ago. And that was the first time it was started since probably like October, Thanksgiving-ish. Let's see what we got in the oil. Oil's perfect, right up to the top. And I'm going to pull the dipstick on the tranny. It's got to figure out where it is. I think it's on the other side here. It's, where the hell is it? Tranny dipstick. Here it is. It's down here. Let's see. Tranny could use about a quart of oil. So let me throw some oil in the tranny before we fire this baby up. But yeah, perfect. I'll do that and we'll see if we can start it up. So I got this huge funnel here. I go all the way down to the front of the tranny there. And I got some quarts of straight 30 here. This one's got about half in it, so we'll burn this one first. But some old CarQuest oil from the good old days before they were bought by Advance Auto. I just got all these little, and cleaning, I found all these like half quarts of stuff laying around. So we'll see if we can burn these suckers before we use anything new. So there we go. Just gassed her up, topped off the oil. Let's shut the hood here and see if we can do a cold start. Let's see. This one has a China carb on it that is acting up a little bit. I think it's kind of dirty. But like I said, it hasn't started for a long time, probably a month. And let's see what happens. Yep, ready to blow some snow, man.